What's up, everyone? So today's video is going to be important questions you need to ask yourself and your partner before you decide to have a child, to bring a child into this world, to conceive a child. These are the most important questions you must ask. You must find the answers to before you make that decision. Now, this is assuming, of course, you are a thoughtful and kind person. If you're not, this video isn't for you. But let's assume you're a thoughtful and kind person. You want to actually think about whether or not you should actually have a child or conceive a child. Let's set aside the costs of having a child. Let's set that aside because, it's roughly $250,000 per child over the lifetime of a child. So, you definitely want to ask yourself, do you have an extra $250,000 that you want to spend on this other person? But we'll set that aside for now. And I'm going to ask you a far more important question that you need to ask. And if your partner is pushing to have a child, you need to ask them this question as well. Your precious, beautiful baby that you're thinking about having, how will it die? It's a morbid question to ask. It's an important question that no one stops to ask. How will your baby die? Now, some people are going to hear that question and think it's morbid, it should not be asked. But I would argue it's the first question you should ask, right? How will your baby die? Because with every birth certificate, okay, think about this. For every birth certificate that's created, there is also a death certificate that is also created. You just don't see it yet. One day there will be a death certificate with that person's name on it. Right? It's going to say so-and-so died of such and such, or such and such cause. And how will they die? Will it be murder? Will they die of suicide, depression, anxiety? Will they have or acquire some type of terminal illness that's going to cause them a slow, painful death over years, months, days? Will it be a car accident, stabbing? Will they get trapped somewhere and suffocate and die? Will they be smashed to death by some type of falling object? How will they die? Right? This is an important question to ask, because if you're going to forcefully bring someone into this world, you are, in effect, causing not only their birth, but you're also causing their death, because if it wasn't for your actions bringing them here, they wouldn't die. So how will they die? Now, obviously, this is a rhetorical question because nobody knows the answers to this question, right? And because no one knows the answer to this question, how could you ever, as a thoughtful, kind person, bring that person to the world? Right? You're sentencing them to some horrible pain and misery, and you don't even know what it is. And on top of that, you can't even ask their permission. So, this question alone should cause you to never want to have a child, right? The reality of life is that for every birth comes a death. Every single birth comes with death. It's a death sentence. This life is a prison sentence where we're here serving time until we die. And we're all going to die. We just don't know how, we don't know when, and we don't know under what circumstances. Best case scenario, guys, best case scenario of a human life is a person lives a happy, fulfilled life, they make money, they're successful, they're overall healthy, and then and they live a long life, let's say 100-something years. But they have to watch all their friends, family, loved ones, lovers. They have to watch all of them die first, and then eventually they die. Maybe in their sleep, maybe not. Maybe cancer. They say if all of us, if we live long enough, will eventually develop cancer. So this is the best case scenario. And even in the best case scenario, all the good things that happened won't matter. All that's going to be left over, really, is the misery. Right? So, if you really think about this, there is no good reason to have a child. There's only bad reasons to have a child. So, considering all of this, how could you ever sentence another human being to such a situation? I don't see how you could, not in good faith, not with a clear conscience. So ask yourself that question: how will my child die? And the fact that you won't be able to answer that question should be all you need to know to choose not to have one. Take care.